Domination.
What is up, y'all? It is Diablo Era again, and I got a commentary on one of the new maps. Actually, this map is Hangar 18. If you don't know, it's a map in the new DLC content, the Annihilation map pack. So this is actually my first game on for the whole entire day, and my first game on the new maps. So, you know, I mean, it's not the best score, but I wanted to get up a gameplay so, you know, I can let y'all see, like, the PS3 people or the people that haven't got the map pack yet, just so y'all can see what it looks like. And let me talk about Hangar a little bit, and then I'm gonna talk about the two other maps I played on. I haven't played on Hazard yet, so I can't really talk about that, and I haven't played the zombie map, so yeah, can't really talk about that because I only played 3 games, and I got this gameplay the first game I got on, which is I was pretty happy about. I need to get this up here anyway. But so let's see. Hangar, if you didn't know, it's based on like an Area 51 type thing. That's what the theme is. As you can see, that little thing I just ran through looks a little alienish, I guess you could say, if that's even a word. I'm not sure, but yeah. But it's like it's like a medium-sized map. It's not too big, not too small. There's like some, you know, lines of sight for like really good long-range snipes, like the thing that I'm running down just a second ago. Like you can look down that whole thing and that whole little pathway, and you can, you know, get some nice snipes, or you can just go inside. I do that a lot in this game. Inside the hangars a little bit close quarters, and then there's they got the blackbirds. You can get on top of that, and it's actually not that bad if you're spawn trapping them at, I believe it's C, the flag that we have now. If you're spawn trapping them at C, you can get up on the blackbird and, you know, look into their spawn. I do it later in this game, and I point it out to you if I remember. Hopefully I do, but if I remember, I'll point it out to you and tell you what I'm talking about, if you can't picture what I'm talking about. But anyway, so yeah, this game, this map pack is probably one of my favorite. I really like it. I don't know, Silo is too big in my opinion. There's just too much shit in Silo. Like there's too much, like they try to put too much stuff into Silo, and it's not a good map in my opinion. I'm hoping Hazard is a really good map. I haven't played on it yet. You know, the golf course part looks really cool. But anyway, a little bit about my favorite map, because this is my second favorite map, Hangar. My favorite map is Drive-In. Drive-In is a really cool map. It's a really small map. I wouldn't say it's as small as Nuketown. I think it's a little bit bigger than Nuketown, but it's like Nuketown size. And it's really good. I really like it. There's there's flanking routes that that's all I take, and that's probably my favorite map because I like small maps, because I like a lot of action, a lot of stuff going on. Even though I do use a sniper, I still like a lot of things going on. And, you know, I just like that fast-paced action, which is what Drive-In is. Drive-In is a really cool map. There's a lot of, you know, little buildings here and there, like some trailers and stuff. It's really cool. I really like it. And I almost had a gameplay on that. I went 28-11. It's not that good. It's a little bit worse KD than this one. This KD is like a 2.70 something, and the other one was, and sorry about that if you can hear my phone. It's a text message. But anyway, it's smaller than this map by a lot. You know, Silo is just way too big. This map is a medium size. This one I would say is about the same size as what's the map? This probably Stadium. Maybe a little bit bigger than Stadium, but not by a lot. I like it. You know, Stadium, it seems a little bit smaller because things revolve around one certain area. But you know, this map might become that because, you know, it just came out, so people don't know where the best spots are. So it might soon be just, you know, everybody's at B, or everybody's, you know, somewhere. I don't know. But, you know, all in all, this is some really good maps. I like them. They're to me, they're a little bit more intricate, and there's like a lot more buildings and stuff in this map pack that I've seen. There's a lot more stuff, you know, going on, and there's a lot, you know, just a lot more things in the maps. But yeah, I'm gonna hopefully be, you know, getting up some gameplays from each of these maps before I start duplicating maps. I mean, dang, I said mats. This isn't a mat. But anyway, before I start duplicating maps, I'm gonna put up, you know, a gameplay on each of the maps. I'm gonna try to do that. That's what I'm gonna try to do. So, you know, you PS3 users, I know that y'all don't have the games yet, or I mean the maps yet, but you know, I'm gonna try to get up as much of these maps as I can in a short period of time. You know, I do have other stuff going on, and you know, later today I gotta go to orthodontist and shit, which is kind of gay. But yeah, but I'm gonna try to get up a couple of gameplays, and then I'm gonna start duplicating the maps. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get a gameplay on Silo because I fucking hate that map. That map is really goddamn gay, but I'm gonna try my best to do it. But anyway, you know, what else about this map? I don't think there's much else to talk about. You know, if I had played the zombie map, I could talk about that. I heard it's pretty cool, but I haven't even watched any videos on it or anything, but it looks pretty cool. You know, I'm hoping it is, because I kind of like to play zombies every now and then when, you know, I don't feel like hopping into multiplayer and, you know, raging. I can just have fun on the zombs. But anyway, and that zombs is a really funny moment in my past that I had with my cousin. Maybe I'll tell y'all about that while I just called them zombs. It's really funny. But yeah, I might tell y'all that in a future commentary. I never thought about telling y'all that. But anyway, not much else. This gameplay is not even close to being over, but I don't have shit else to talk about. Because, you know, I would have talked about Hazard, but obviously I haven't played on it. It looks really cool. It looks really, you know, like bright and happy, you know, because the golf course is all really green. I guess you could say. But anyway, hopefully I'm going to hop on in a minute and, you know, maybe get a gameplay from Hazard. Who knows? Oh, yeah, and tell me if y'all want to see that 28 and I think it was 11 gameplay on, you know, driving, you know, just to see the maps. You know, I can post that up. You know, it's not a good score, but it's a 2.6 KD, I believe. This one's a 2.7, I believe. Yeah, 25 and 9. That's what I win on this game. Yeah, that's like a 2.7 KD, something like that. I don't know. I'm not the greatest at math. You know, I hate math. Actually, that's my worst subject in school. But whatever. But yeah. Other than that, there's not much else. And oh, I gotta point something out in a second. Actually, I gotta remember to point out the Blackbird part. But right here, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Okay, wait for it. But this is a good tactic to scope in before he comes around the corner. But the way I heard him shoot his spaz, and it was silenced. And that's a prime example of why to buy Turtle Beaches, because I got Turtle Beaches. I just got the wired ones. I don't want the wireless ones because I don't want to have to buy batteries. It's very annoying. That's why I have a wired controller. I hate buying just batteries and batteries because I run through them like I don't even know what. It's crazy. But yeah. Nothing much else. I think this gameplay is actually about to wrap up in a minute. And I might have actually missed where I got up on top of the Blackbird, but if y'all seen it and I was looking down at those barrels at sea, if y'all seen what I was talking about, I totally forgot to point it out. I'm sorry. I told you I'd probably forget. But yeah, this gameplay is almost coming to an end. When right after this death, I respawn. I think I get 2 more kills. I get the final kill cam actually, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool actually. Let me see. I missed my first shot and then kind of hard scope him and then hard scope the shit out of this guy. Boop. Headshot. But anyway, this gameplay is over. We won 201 to 113 and my final score was 25 and 9. And I hope y'all enjoyed. This has been Diablo Era and I'm out.